So I'm Megan Veronese, and I'm here to talk to you about being a mentor. As Daisy mentioned, I'm a Charityworks Fellow as well. So I've been fortunate as well to have lots of mentors myself throughout my career. My first one was actually matched through the Charityworks programme. And both of these perspectives have absolutely convinced me of the value of mentoring, but it's something you need to work at. So I'm here to give you some tips to help you make the most of it.
So my name is Minesh and I am currently also a campaign manager at the Disability Charity. I did Charityworks 5 years ago when there were 24 graduate trainees, so it's a very different program there. So first of all, well done all of you for being on this program. You can have a great year and do take and make best use of all the different elements that Kat was speaking about earlier. So I was mentored whilst on the program and I've been a mentor as well, so I thought I'd touch on it, upon both of those experiences and give my top tips and learnings as well.
I can confidently say I wouldn't be where I am today without the support of mentors. But as I said, in his work, so I'm giving you some tips which you can ignore or listen to get you off on the right foot. So the first one, as Kat suggested, is to make time for mentoring. So you're probably thinking this is obvious, but it's really easy to slip down the to-do list because you guys will get matched about November time, and then it's really quickly Christmas party season, then holidays, then it's January, nobody wants to go out, and then your assignment's due, and then it's really easy to bump mentoring off the list. So we're not going to be knocking on your door looking for a meeting. So as Kat said, it's up to you to contact us. So to keep on track, I suggest doing 3 simple things. So first of all, get in touch as soon as possible after you're matched. Don't leave us hanging. We're really excited to meet you. Then I'd schedule in a time for a meeting at the end of each session. You can always change it afterwards if your plans change. And then aim to have met at least twice by February, because February is when we'll be asked to assess your progress, and it's really difficult if we've met only once or less than that. So really try and make time for mentoring. The second tip is to make the most of your meetings. So I love having a chat as much as the next person, but if you come to me without a professional agenda, you're not making the most of the opportunity. So from my experience, it's easiest to find a topic to talk about if you're having a problem. So things my mentors and myself have had issues with could be how to ask your boss for more challenging projects, or how to navigate work relationships when the rest of the organisation is going through a restructure, or if you're in the lucky position of having 2 different job opportunities at the end, how do you evaluate and pick which one? These are things your mentors could help you with.
It was really, really refreshing to have somebody, as Megan was saying, who was completely separate from my role, from my organisation, and to get that fresh perspective. And actually the stuff that we discussed around personal relationships, around raising my profile, around building my confidence, actually are common across sectors, across roles. So I just emphasise the point there about not feeling put off if on paper you don't see the fit straight away. It was really also helpful to have that safe space, so to speak, to talk about issues at work, challenges with the cohort. I think, nothing major, but just to have that space where you can talk to somebody who didn't know the other people you were working with, the other people who you were engaging with, and it's really rare to have time with somebody like that. So really do make the most of those opportunities. Peter was new to the mentoring program as well, so we worked the sessions in a way which was useful for me. So he didn't come with a preset way of carrying out the sessions. We had a discussion about what would be most useful for me. So we spent some time focusing on specific development areas. There were challenges that arose, and we spent more time on those. So the ability to flex the sessions accordingly to my interests was really useful for me.
But sometimes, because Charityworks has done such a good job of matching you all, people come to me and they've got no problems. They love their boss, they love their job, they love Charityworks, it's great. It's really quite difficult then. But I think there's a lot you can get out of a mentor even in those situations. So you could explore your ideal role and how your current role compares and what you think you could do to get from A to B. You can think about what skills you're missing and what you want to develop and how you might be able to develop them. And you can also look at your CV and how you're talking about your skills and experience on LinkedIn and things like that. So mentors can help with all of this, so really do try and think in advance and maybe send an agenda about what you want to talk about.
Having mentored on the program as well, so I mentored 2 graduate trainees last year, And for me, it was about emphasising the sort of being honest and open, and there we go, and having people feel comfortable to talk about stuff, and encouraging people to tell me if things weren't going wrong as well as what was working. I also recognised the need to flex my style. So there was one person who was very content in her job and her role, but she was more focused on transitioning into animal welfare. So we spent more time thinking about life beyond Charityworks. Another graduate trainee was dealing with a specific problem, so we spent a lot of the time working on that, and eventually she took some action to deal with it. So I think the takeaway there is I don't think there's no set way of carrying out mentoring, but as long as it works for you and you're getting something out of it, that's what's most important throughout the year.
Finally, my top tip is take notes. So personally, I forget everything that's said to me if I don't write it down. But it can also really consolidate what you're talking about, and it can help hold each other to account. So if a mentor's promised to do something, it's really helpful if you've got notes and said, remember last time you told me you said you'd do this. And ditto holding yourself to account, because you can really let yourself slip. Some things are hard that you have to do. And it also helps reassure us that you're engaging in the process if you're engaging and writing things down. It comes with the disclaimer that obviously if writing isn't your thing, that's fine. Capture what we're talking about in another way. Notes, doodles, mind maps, don't mind, but just try and record what we're talking about.
I've got 3 top tips which sort of echo a lot of what Megan has said. The first is just to emphasise, be open and clear about what you want to get out of it. This is a separate and a really unique opportunity from your line management relationship, from your day-to-day job, from your peer coaching, from this group in this room, to really make the most out of it. Think about what you want to talk about it, and be honest about the challenges or issues, problems that you want to discuss. Secondly, come prepared, and that's both for the mentor to come up with talking points and to make sure the sessions work well, but also for you to come having reflected on how things are going on work, to reflect on any actions you've taken following the mentoring session and what the progress are within issues or problems. And lastly, tap into your mentor's network and their reach in the centre. So think about how you can use them to get to other people that might be useful for you. So my mentor actually during whilst he was working in the resources team, he put me in contact with people in the policy campaigns team. So don't be afraid to ask those connections, because it's really rare early on in your career to have exposure to people at a senior level like that. So, and lastly, most people just enjoy it, because it shouldn't feel like a chore. I'm still in contact with the 2 people I mentor, and hopefully we can carry on that relationship and see how that develops.
To conclude, I can personally attest the fact that mentoring is invaluable to your career, and you're really young. But it's up to you to take advantage of this great opportunity. So use this experience to explore how you can get the most out of being a mentee, and to gain the courage to create more informal mentoring relationships as the opportunities present themselves. And finally, be generous. So the charity sector doesn't benefit from huge training budgets, but what we do have is great people. So take the learning you gain from your mentor, share it with each other, and use it to become a better mentor yourself. So good luck, work hard, and have a great day.